Hey guys, this is part 2 of the Unit 3 notes packet. Yesterday we got through this page here, ratios, rates, unit rates, and proportions. We completed all this. And we completed this page. To get you up to date, let's begin here. This is very important and we're going to use it pretty much through the rest of the year. This is called a coordinate grid, okay? And these are your x-axis and your y-axis, okay? And each quadrant here, there's 4 of them. They're divided into 4 quadrants. We have quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. And that's how it's labeled. And you can think of the word coordinate grid and it starts with the letter C. So we start numbering this way and go all the way to that way. Makes a big C. Don't know who that was. Doesn't matter. Now let's answer some of these questions. What is an ordered pair? Okay, this is an example of an ordered pair. So you have an X and a Y. X is 1, Y is 3. Okay, this is your X, this is your Y. 3 is Y, 1 is X. And the reason they got this is on the x-axis, they're going to go over 3, 1, 2, 3, and up 1. So this point, they're going to go over 1 and up 3. 1, 2, 3. X is 1, Y is 3. Okay? The next question here is, what is the origin? And where is it located? Your origin is point 0, 0. This is the origin. This is going to be very important in proportional relationships because a lot of the times they'll show you a graph. And if it's a proportional relationship, the line will go through the origin. Okay? When we are plotting a point, where do we count from? We always count from 0. We always start at 0. Like here, we go over 1, up 3. Okay? So over 1 on the x-axis, start at 0 here, up 3 here. There's your point. Why are we only focusing on quadrant 1? Well, the reason we're only focusing right here is because that's where this point is plotted and that's where it's located. Okay? As we get on, things will go to different coordinates. How would we plot the point 2, 5? So we know x is 2 and y is 5. So we're going to start at 0. We're going to go over 2, 1, 2. And we're going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a not very good copy on the grid, but it'll do. So we know this point is 2 and 5. Now it says after graphing the points, which we did, graph a line that goes through the 2 points. So we would just connect this from 0. We would connect it here. And there's your line. How would you describe the graph? Well, we can see that the line is going up. So the line is pointing up. So it's going up. That means it's a positive slope. Okay, that is a way we can describe that graph. This was just a quick recap. You should already be familiar with the coordinate grid, but that's what that is. Now we're going to look at the different types of lines we have on these graphs. I'm going to go over this pretty quick. Just underline or highlight what you need. So a positive slope. A positive slope is when the lines go up. Okay? So this is saying line B will have a smaller slope than line A because line B is flatter or less steep. That is correct. The steeper the slope, that means the higher it goes up, the bigger the slope. But nevertheless, these two are positive slopes because they are going up. Okay? In the next definition of a negative slope, that is when the lines, after we plot the points, that's when the lines are going down. Positive goes up, negative goes down. And even though this is slight, it is still negative. It is still going down. The other two that are not always tested are the zero slope lines, but we do still work with them. That means the lines are horizontal. That means zero slope. If the lines are up and down, vertical, the slope is undefined. That means we cannot figure the slope. Once again, this is just a quick recap on slope. Let's look at this. Here's an example. Find the slope of the line that contains the points shown in the table below. Well, it's telling you here to choose 2 points from the table and put it in the formula y to the second minus y1, x2 minus x1. This is the change in y over the change in x. We're not going to get into that. I'm going to show you how to do this on the calculator because now you're in the 8th grade. So on the calculator, turn it on. You're going to hit Stat, Edit, and you're going to get this table here. Here's L1 will be your X, L2 will be your Y. So let's put those numbers in for X. We have 1, 2, and 4. Oops. And then you need to tab over to your Y. So we have 6.5, we have 7, and we have 8. Okay? Okay, here we go. So you're going to hit, you put your numbers in, and then you're going to hit Stat. You're going to tab over to Calculate, and then you're going to hit the number 4. Then you're going to enter all the way down until you get this. On your calculator, it's going to tell you in the form of y equals mx plus b. M is your slope. B is your y-intercept. We'll go over that more. This is just a quick notes. Okay? And they want to know, find the slope. Well, on the calculator, they don't have a button that's an M. So on the calculator, it will appear with an A. Okay? So we know our slope, M, equals 0.5. You're done. You don't have to do any of this stuff. And there's your answer. Okay? On the next one, here it wants you to, it says find the slope of the line graph below. It says identify 2 points on the line. So let's start at 0 and let's go x is -3, 1, 2, 3, and y is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here x is 3 and y is 2. So we have these 2 points. Whenever you have 2 points on a problem like this, put it in a table. Here's your x, here's your y, here's your x, here's your y. Now put this in your calculator again and you will find the slope. Okay, here we go. So for this one, we want to find the slope of the line graph below. Well, here's your points, x and y, and I've already plotted them here. I went 3 to the left and up 4 for this one, and I went 3 to the right and up 2 for that one. Then I placed them in a table. 3 is x, 4 is y, 3 is negative 3 and 4 for here, 3 here and 2 here. Okay? Now we need to put them in our calculator. So to do that, you need to go to Stat, Edit, Stat, Enter, and we have some numbers from the last problem, but that's okay. Put in a negative 3, Enter, and put in a 3 here for your x, Enter, then go up and over, and we're going to put in a 4 and a 2, Enter. And we need to delete that last number because that's not in this graph. Hit Stat, Tab, 4, Enter all the way down, and your slope should be negative 0.33, which it is right here. So your m equals negative 0.3, and it just keeps going on and on. Problem solving 2. Let's see. What is the y-intercept of the line? This is where it hits the y-axis. So wherever the line crosses the y-axis is your y-intercept. Well, we can't see right here exactly what this number is because it's not exactly on the negative 3. But we can find out with our calculator. They're telling us point A has coordinates of 5 and 7. So goes over 5 and up 7. That's not on this. What does the slope of the line show below? Let's see if this one's on here. It's going to go over 5 and down 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Well, it's not on here. This is a different problem, so let's just make a table for this. So we know this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. So let's make our table. We have a 5 and a 7, and we have a negative 5 and a negative 3. So now we can find the slope. Oh, I see. There's 2 problems here. So problem 1, problem 2. So Stat Edit and tab over for our x's. We have a 5. We have a negative 5. Go up and over, and we have a 7, and we have a negative 3. Hit Stat, Tab, and then we go to 4, or hit 4, either one. Enter all the way down. And our slope is going to be 1. Now this one, it says, what is the slope of the line shown on this grid? Well, we can pick 2 points and put them in the table. Or we can do rise over run. So let's do it both ways. Now, when you pick a point, it has to be exact, right in all 4 coordinates. So this one is exact. We can see the line is directly right there between these 4. And what else do we have? Here's one. So let's find out what the points are. So x is negative 5. And down here, y is negative 4. So negative 5 and negative 4 is 1 point. Over here we have a positive 3 and a negative 2. So here's our other points. We have a 3 and a negative 2. So let's put this in our table and put it in our calculator. Stat, Edit, and tab over, and we have negative 5 and we have 3. Go up and over, we have negative 4 and negative 2. Hit Stat, tab, and go down to 4. Enter all the way down, and our slope is 0.25. So m equals 0.25. Okay, we can do rise over run as well. This would be, we would connect from this point to this point, so we would rise to, run, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what is 2 divided by 8? 0.25. So either way you can do it. I like the calculator, but you can also do it by hand. Okay, make a table of ordered pairs of at least 4 points that lie on this graph. You can do this on your own. Represent the data on the graph in a table with 4 ordered pairs. Please do this on your own. Okay, here's a good one. A line is represented by the equation y equals 3x plus 2. Complete the table below so that it contains values that fit. Let me show you how to do that. Clear. Hit y equals, and let's put it in. Y equals 3. Here's your X button. Let's see, right here. 3x plus 2. Okay? And now we're going to hit alpha. Nope, I'm sorry. Now we're going to hit second table. And it's going to give you all your stuff. So we know when x is 0, y will be 2. When x is 1, y is 5. When x is a negative 1, we will use this and go up and down. Negative 1. And when x is 2, y is 8. All done. Let's plot it and make sure it looks good. We want a positive slope. We want it to intersect the y-axis at 2. Let's check our work. So x is 0, y is 2. X is 1, y is 5. X is negative 1, y is negative 1. X is positive 2, and y is positive 8. Okay, so as we can see, it intersects at 2 on the y-axis, so that is correct. And let's check our slope. We got 2 points here, so let's rise. 1, 2, 3. Over run, so 3 over 1 equals 3. So our slope is correct as well. Let's see what the last page is. Okay, the Lawrence family uses an internet service that charges a base fee of $8 per month and charges an additional 0.015 per minute. Write an equation that represents the monthly charge for the internet service. Okay, well, this is going to be later in Unit 3, but I'm going to go on and do it so you have it filled out. We're going to write this in the form of y equals mx plus b. Y, our slope is going to be this because it's per minute. It's going to change for every minute they use it. So m is 0.015x plus our y-intercept is 8 because $8 is a fixed base fee. It will never change. It will always be 8. Okay, so here's our equation. Now, here's the number of minutes the family uses. So you would put down the minutes here, and then we would figure out the charges, but we're not going to do that right now. So that completes the packet for Unit 3. I know it's a lot of information, but we are going to use it throughout Unit 3, and I wanted to just give you a refresher of it all up front. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it.